Hello, welcome to another part of Spyro Reignited. This time we are doing the rest of Midnight Mountain, starting with the tomb. So about the tomb, about Haunted Tomb really. It sucks. It is the worst level of this entire world, and it's not a good one. Now, there are good ones, and there are medium ones. This is the only bad one. Every other home mode has a level that is just like really bad, like two of them at least, but here it's just one.
Yet another daredevil adventurer has come to rob our catacombs of loot. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts. Here is my riddle. I am a vessel without hinges, lock, or lid. Yet, within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
Gee, I wonder what it could be. We'll learn soon enough, but right now, we gotta go through the entire level to actually, answer the riddle. So first of all, there's these enemies that pop out of this fucking, this casket here, and unfortunately, they are infinitely gonna come out, so you can't get rid of them by killing them normally. You can't get rid of the mummy that way. There's also these guys that throw, like, fireballs at you or something. This is interesting in what's going to happen here because you wouldn't know it until a little bit later. Also, there are some Egyptian dogs here with, like, armor heads on for some reason. They'll just charge into you. But, yeah, I get kind of confused because I actually forgot what I'm supposed to do here. And what you're supposed to do here involves these guys throwing these fucking orbs at you. You can't kill them any other way right now because, unfortunately, your flame doesn't do shit, your charge doesn't do shit, nothing does anything. They cannot die from normal attacks. However, first I'm going to go around here and get this stuff. Notice that there's just an orb popping up here for some reason. Don't know why, it's not really explained, it just pops up here. And, I want to grab it, because it looks like I can actually get it. But for some reason, it just keeps exploding, and I keep getting hit by rocks. But then it teleports, and, I try again, I die, and yeah. So here's the thing. That's the same orb these guys are throwing out. I can grab them, I can shoot them out like so. They can also destroy these caskets themselves, but mostly, this is how I'll be fighting around here. By grabbing these orbs and using them on almost every enemy except the dogs here. You see, in order to get rid of the mummies, you need to take care of the casket, and to take care of these guys, you have to throw their own weapon right back at them. And they are the majority of the level when it comes to enemies, so... yeah, that's the gist of it. You just grab these orbs, and you just shoot it at the caskets and these guys. And that's how you fight almost every level, like almost every enemy in this level. And it's shit. It's actually shit. And the thing is, these don't really spawn much. I mean, yes, they do respawn infinitely in that, one little spot of the rocks. But like you just saw, it's not a good spot to go for. It's not going to help us. So unfortunately, we're kind of screwed because I got rid of those guys and, yeah, we're not getting very easy good orbs now, are we? Don't worry, we will for a little bit soon, It'll be a bit far though, but we'll get them back. Don't worry, we'll get some more orbs. Right now though, I'm going around getting some gems, and also I'm trying to find the button to get to the exit because the button's not right by the door this time. It's right over here. Yeah, look around for the buttons. Luckily, the game will make it very obvious. But that one's a little bit not obvious in a way. Just cause you to look around though. That's about it. Also, Sparks is still a dickhead. But yeah, I go around grabbing all the gems and, taking care of all the bullshit. And then I see this guy over by the corner of the right once I get inside. And I see him throwing more of those orbs. I decide, why not grab those orbs, run back here without dying, and then throw them at these caskets and get rid of them. Well, that's what I want to do because there's a checkpoint here as well. So I'll come back here no matter what. But, yeah, the problem here isn't so much that. The problem here is actually trying to get rid of these. You see, in order to get rid of them, I have to go and, fire these orbs at them, and that requires me to go all the way back now in order to do it, because I killed the enemy areas beforehand, which means I have to keep going back and forth. Yeah. Also, these arcs, so be careful of that too. And they get destroyed in one spit, so you only get the one shot, really. Also, they explode after a bit, so you have to be quick about it too. It's kind of shitty, and I died. So, I'm gonna jump cut to me destroying all these the gems, because I'm not gonna waste your time with this shit. I'm just gonna get straight onto it and just grab the gems. Because why waste your fucking time when you already know what I'm doing here now? And yeah, so that's me grabbing all these gems here, and grabbing all the gems around that area, and also grabbing the gem that I didn't get in the very beginning, because there was no enemies there to spit at, but now we have a fucking weapon for that one, so we're good. Back over here, we have to actually aim and spit at this one, otherwise we get hit every time we can't kill it. And then we just move on up, get rid of the dogs, by the way, and take care of that guy in the distance. And yeah, we're back to normal now. Here's an egg. Now, there are 2 mini games here. One of them is meh, and the other one is not so meh. They're both not good, though. So, let's talk about them. First of all, we have an Agent 9 mission. Now, every other character has pretty much the exact same gameplay for at least 2 of these sort of mini games for them. Agent 9's the only one whose style changes every time. His main style is obviously his homeworld style, but you don't get that homeworld style anymore. In fact, you don't even get the style they give you in this one. They change it fucking 3 times. And you only get it 3 times. You only get Agent 9 3 times. So, this second minigame of his, the second little area of his, is different from what we dealt with in his homeworld area, his homeworld level. And it's also different from the level we'll be doing way later. I mean, well, actually not way later, like a little bit later. The next level, basically. But yeah, I mean, we got no fucking Sergeant Bird this time. We could go on Sergeant Bird, but we didn't this time, which is kind of weird. We could go on Sergeant Bird, but instead we just got 2 Agent 9s. Also, here's the exit with the riddle. Laser time will be coming soon. Don't worry, Agent 9.
I see you've managed to survive the trials of the catacombs. Now let's find out if your wits are as quick as your feet. Do you remember the riddle?
Tell me again.
A vessel without hinges, lock or lid. Yet within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
It's an option called an egg. I might as well grab the egg, right? Might as well. Also, Bandicoot.
Have you heard that one before? I never thought you'd get it. Very well, a bargain is a bargain. You may have the dragon egg that I was guarding from the sorceress.
Are you really surprised that Spyro would make a Crash reference? Really? And there you go.
I've waited 7,000 years for someone to solve that riddle. Now I can finally head off the seashell shore to bury some bones.
Okay. So, now it's time for a slide. It's the other slide. It's the short slide, and it's the worst slide, because turning around here is a pain in the ass, especially at the last part, and it just sucks. I died. Jump cut. Okay. So to get for this one, I have to slow down by holding back. Or doing that, really. I can't hold back. So, you know, I have to hit the wall in that one. It's stupid. Okay, so we got Malcolm. Now time for this mini game, which is not Agent 9's, but it's this one, the meh one.
The first round of the annual demolition hovercraft competition is about to begin. There is room for one more contestant, but you'll have to answer a riddle to qualify. The riddle is this. If one dragon can lay 1 egg in 12 years, how long would it take for 100 dragons to lay 100 eggs?
Most chose this answer here. Guess what?
Oh, I am terribly sorry, but that is incorrect. Unless you can solve the riddle, we cannot trust you behind the controls of something so dangerous as a fully loaded demolition hovercraft.
Yeah, it's a trick question. It's 12. It's always 12.
Very impressive. That is correct. Good luck in the demolition hovercraft competition.
Yeah, because no matter how many dragons, it's always 12 years. So, yeah, trick fucking riddle there. Not really a riddle at all, honestly. It's just a trick question. But yeah, now it's time for this bit, which you have pots about, but they're not going to help you, and you have to move out of the way for this shit. So, unfortunately, you have to go face to face with these enemies. Hit spots on these little lights here are terrible. But once you figure out that, hey, you can just shoot them, then you're good to go.
Well, that was a fierce battle indeed. Please accept this prize for winning the first round.
And there you go, we got MJ. Now it's time for the second round of this dumbassery.
You may now enter the championship round. However, this is an exceedingly dangerous sport. Might I suggest you quit while you're still in one piece?
Fuck off, I'm going in.
My, such a brave reptile you are. But you'll need much more than bravery to win the championship.
Uh-huh. Well, all it is increase these guys to 10. And it's the same shit, except they have all these outside areas, these little free areas outside, which you have to look around and shoot at. Also, they have sheep around there, so if you do get low on health, you can always recover by hitting the fodder here. So yeah, nothing much to say about this. It's just kind of very slow, very easy, honestly, very boring. Because it's slow, it's hard to really dodge at all, so you kind of have to like get a good distance and then have really good reaction time and then just kind of like, yeah. And that's it. That's this mini game. It's just kind of boring. Really boring. Don't worry though, the other mini game, which is Agent 9's, is not boring. It's just kind of obnoxious. Hope you're ready for it, because we're about to win this minigame here and get our second egg.
That was indeed a battle for the ages. You're the first dragon to win the competition in over 1,000 years. I proudly present you this year's grand prize.
And there you go. We got TJ. Okay, so let's do Agent 9 now, who was just right to my right next to the exit. And Agent 9's level is the worst he has in this level, honestly.
One of those dogs with the funny hats put a curse on me just because I shot him in the butt a couple times. He said he turned my tail into a snake. Does it look like a snake to you? It does feel kind of funny, come to think of it. Oh, boy, that dog's gonna bang.
And here we go.
Behind this door lie the 5 deadly trials of King Rover. No one has ever survived all 5. In fact, it is so dangerous that I cannot let you through this first door unless you're able to solve my riddle. Here's the riddle. I follow you wherever you go, but the more of me you take, the more you leave behind.
It's footsteps.
My, you're quite clever for someone with so little fashion sense. You may proceed to the first trial.
Okay. So, yeah, here's the thing. I miscounted. It's actually 4 levels. I forgot about Fireworks Factory. But they do change it 3 times, because the first time was his home world. This is the second change. This is actually the first change, I mean. Which is this overhead shooter thing. Now you're thinking this is similar to the other ones, that now it's overhead. It's not. The whole point here is to go through waves until you kill all the enemies and get rid of all their spawn points, which have a fixed camera angle. Now the good news is that just like the ice skating bear one of the hockey players, this camera is movable compared to the original game where you can't move the camera at all. Which means that you can move it to actually know where you're aiming, then what's ahead of you, and to think ahead. Now, while that's great and all, unfortunately, it's not the best thing in the world, and also, it's just kind of obnoxious that I have to play in this way. And you go through this one about 4 waves, about 5 waves maybe. Actually, 5 waves. First take care of all these snakes, take care of more snakes, then take care of these like mummies that try to hit you. Take care of the mummies' spawn points as well as these guys. Then take care of the big guys throwing orbs at you. Which, by the way, you throw back at because they're bombs. And yeah, that's it. This is the final wave. Take care of all of these guys, which is the hardest one here. And that's it. I can't say much more about this. It's just very basic. But yeah. This gameplay here, you won't see ever again. The only time it actually appears. This overhead little shoot 'em up thing. The next 2 minigames for Agent 9 is the same. They are just one certain minigame type of shooting. And that's it. They never explored the homeworld one. They never explored his first level. And never explained this one. They never reuse any of this. So, Agent 9 is just crapshoot after crapshoot. But hey, we got Roxy now, which means we're done here. Because we're done with this fucking level. Which is great, because I don't like this level at all. Well, it's got 120 eggs. That's nice. We're nearly done though. We only have 1 level left of the entire game. Also, I'm gonna get the rest of the gems I missed. Which was 1 there and there was 1 here. Yeah, Sparks didn't grab it. Fuck you, Sparks! But yeah, now we go and we begin the next and final level of the entire game. Well, normal level, really. After this, we have a bonus level. And we also have the boss, which is the Sorceress, which we've unlocked, by the way. We can go in there at any point. I'm not doing it yet until I go through all these levels first. So, this next and last level is Dino Mines. And it's decent. I like it. It does have 1 annoying bit, but otherwise, it's fine. So here we go, Dino Mines. To be honest, I'm kind of getting sick of Spyro now, and Crash for that matter. I'm just not a fan of what I'm experiencing right now with this. It's just, I'm trying to enjoy these games again like I did years ago, but I just find these so fucking boring, honestly. And even though I find Spyro 3 the best here, even this is just kind of meh. Then again, I've played these so many times, just like, you know. But I played Bubsy 3 a whole bunch, and I've got tired of that, so, you know, that's my whole taste in games at this point. I play Bubsy 3D more than I play these now, so that's just my feelings on my whole taste now. It's just Crash and Spyro just do nothing for me now. They're just like, meh. I go for the games, I'm gonna at them, and they do nothing for me. Also, talk to this guy.
Well, gosh darn it, Spyro. I came in here to check on my prisoner only to find out he'd somehow got away again. Then when I came in to look around for clues, one of them routed dinosaurs went and locked me in. Now they're out there causing all sorts of trouble, and there's not a thing I can do about it.
Well, you could try squeezing through the the rail here because it looks like you can actually fit through. But of course, you're gonna let me try to save you because you're fucking pathetic. By the way, this entire level is just a circle. Are you surprised? So, go around, take all the dinos, which have, like, Mexican hats on for some reason. I guess these are Mexican dinos. Sure. But, yeah, take care of them, you know, save the sheriff, and that's the gist of things, really. I'm sorry, I do like this level, but I just don't have anything to say about this one. It's just like, meh. All of it's just meh, really. I mean, there is this annoying guy here that will, you know, have this turret here that will keep shooting at you with. You can't really destroy the turret, by the way, but you can kill the guy. There's also a life here. And the turret will disappear after he's dead, so it's just like you can't use it anyway, so it's just... It's kind of pathetic, because there could be more you can add here, but they don't. And really, it's just... Oh, God. So, underwater, we have a whole bunch of TNT boxes just spinning around. They're all above you, though, with these guys, which all you have to do is move around to, you know, charge into them. And, yeah, there's also a breakable wall here, which will give us some, you know, egg and, I believe, some gems, maybe. Though, there is an egg in there, which I will grab right now. Oh, how adorable. Okay, so... Just get right past him, take him down. There you go. That doesn't do anything. But keep note of the fact that there's something up there, which is like a light, you know. It comes in handy for like a little hint. I mean, it's not that helpful a hint, but it's just a little foreshadowing hint from me. Also, I killed the guy. I got rid of all the enemies. Got past the TNT, which was easy to get past. And now, we move on. Well, let's break this. Okay. So, up here is the other side, which is where the exit is. But not too far out from the level. Yeah, when you get right down to it, every single level takes you about, really about 2-3 minutes to get through. Super short game, really, when you're doing any percent. The only problem is that they extend it by making you, oh, by the way, that happened. They extend it by making you grab collectibles like gems and eggs and such in order to elongate the game. Make it a requirement for a reward. However, a lot of these aren't really that fun. And the gems don't have much of, you know, an oomph to me. They're kind of hand-fed to you the entire game when you really get down to it. I don't get a sense of accomplishment from getting a whole bunch of gems. Nor do I get a sense of accomplishment from getting the eggs. Just like, they're all very basic to get. Now, the side characters, those are accomplishing. But not this. Not this at all. Also, I saved the guy.
Well, I'll be, so that's how my prisoners keep escaping. Here, take this dinosaur egg away before it hatches and causes more trouble. I think it must have been the runt of the litter, though.
Wow, you're being a dick to this little baby here. Look at him. Just dropped his glasses.
Jump in, Jehoshaphat. That's the cutest looking dinosaur I ever did see.
There you go. He fixed his ways. Also, now the jail cell goes down. How the fuck did that happen? I don't know. Maybe the sheriff's an asshole and he knew how to get out anyway. Well, fuck him.
The sheriff promised me I could be a deputy, so I'm off to help clear out all the dinosaurs.
Okay, let's go.
If you just calm down for a second and stop all that whooping and hollering, I could tell you what's going on. The Bailey gang are holed up in them buildings over there. You're gonna have to go in there and flush them out.
Right.
Well, good luck to you.
So, this is a rail shooter. No, I'm serious. It's just a rail shooter. You're stuck on one path that will move by itself, and you just move a cursor around and shoot. Now, all these guys are delayed, but it's best to shoot them immediately because your health is only a total of about 4 or 5 hits. If you die at any point, you have to restart the entire thing. Now, the worst part is that this section actually glitches up because there can be moments where the game essentially fucks you and spawns just a shit ton of enemies that you can't deal with, that don't have any kind of good timing to them, and that will kill you off screen. Yes. This game can glitch up and fuck you that way. I've seen it happen with people. It's bad. So, don't die on your first attempt, and you'll be fine. How do you not die? You keep shooting. Oh no, I got hit. I took damage. That's not good. You see, I'm getting fucked now, because the enemy's also getting in the way and block shots. So, that's a bit shitty. But don't worry. Kill this secret guy here, and he gives you full health back. It's also a skill point. But now you go for a gauntlet at the last second, in which you have to deal with a whole fuck ton of enemies in order to make it through. So, you know, just take care of like about 10 dinos around here, kind of at once, and that's it. That's the entire section. By the way, you are indeed shooting with a controller. Yes, it is as awkward as you think it is when I play this. But I made it through anyway.
I don't know why the Bailey gang was trying so hard to steal this egg. That's not like them at all. I reckon someone must have put them up to it.
Yeah, let me be honest here. When you're doing those little rail shooter bits, they are best played with either a light gun or a mouse. Those segments suck when you play them with a fucking controller. Even the original, this whole entire minigame sucks. But afterwards, you do get to play, play for the level like you did in, Agent 9's initial level, his homeworld level. But you only get to play in this mode for cleanup. You already did everything you need to do. You can leave. But if you want the gems, you gotta explore around. But, you don't really need to do this much. I mean, you can also break all the windows, which does nothing, really. It could do something, but does nothing here. And yeah, that's it. There's an egg here, too, which is kind of hidden here as well. So yeah, if you're doing one of those kinds of sections, please don't make it with controller in mind, because these sort of on-rail shooters don't work with a controller. It's too slow with aiming, and like you can't get the good reaction time with it either. And don't delay your fucking shots, and don't have dead bodies block shots, especially when they're in the way of other enemies, and they can hit you that way. They can fuck you when it's out of your control for them to fuck you. You can't do shit about it. And also, you only get about 5-4 hits. That's fucked too, okay? That makes it a bit too unfair. Anyway, we're moving on to this little one here, which is basically a rehash of that Seashell Shore one, I believe was called. With that one minigame where you go down like a vent, you can move left and right. Yeah, it's this again.
One of them dinosaurs threw an egg down this flooded mine shaft. I'd get it back for you, but I ain't such a strong swimmer.
Oh, you fucking prick. So yeah, in order to get the skill point, you have to take care of all the enemies down this way. But for the most part, it will also move and, try to block your way with fallen debris and such, which you won't really expect unless you played first before. And, yeah. I mean, you could. You've got good reaction time. You probably don't. And yeah, that's the bit. I got nothing else to say about this. It's just the same shit as Seashell Shore, except now you have to actually kill enemies, which you had to before, but whatever.
That was some mighty fine swimming, young dragon.
There you go. We got Elliot. And we're done here. That is every level completed. Okay, not really. We still have an egg and some gems left. Which, by the way, they are actually behind the beginning building here. Yeah. Good spot, at least. They do give you a hint with this barrel here that lets you see a little bit of it. But once you know you can go around that building, then you're good to go. And that's it. That's the levels of the game. Now it's time to go fight the Sorceress, which is something I can talk about a lot more because it's not meh, it's not bland, it's not the same shit we've gone through before, and it's not terrible. That's the main thing. It's not bad. This boss fight is actually kind of neat in a way. It's on something that I like. It's just poorly implemented is all. You'll find why I say that very soon. It's also the worst boss of the entire game, really. Because it doesn't take that long. Actually, no. Nasty Nook is the worst boss. This is kind of in the middle, honestly. So first of all, no cutscene. Once you go inside, you go straight into the boss fight. There's no talk about the Sorceress, she just wants to kill you. But Agent 9's here to help us out. And, yeah. So, it's now time to talk about what the Sorceress Lair, what this boss fight entails.
Woohoo! Time to kick some sorceress butt!
So, here's the thing. She will shoot at you, which is easy to dodge. And she will also chase after you and try to smack you, which is also easy to dodge. All you have to do is just charge about, and that's it. Now, as you go about, there'll be a few weapons that fall down, like a turret, a car, with limited ammo, both of them have limited ammo, and a UFO with unlimited ammo, and that you can fly around with willy-nilly the entire track. Let me explain this right now. If it was just these two things, the car and the turret, and they were limited, then that's fine. They gave you a UFO with unlimited ammo that can never be destroyed as long as the Sorceress does not hit it. I mean, this has limited ammo, so it will eventually go away, but that's it. When it comes to literally the fucking UFO, all you have to do is get on it, fly about, and that's it. I have nothing else to say about this. Also, stepping on the middle part there disappears it completely. Actually, no, it doesn't. The first hit the turret disappears it. A few hits till halfway gets rid of the cart. And then you have the UFO. And it's just like, this boss fight becomes a joke afterwards. So, yeah, that's the entire fight. Nothing else to it. It's shorter than every other boss in the game. Like every other boss in like the fucking free games. And yeah, you just do this. That's the Sorceress, everybody. Really shit boss fight, huh? I mean, you expected more from this, right? A big fight because the final boss is Spyro 3. But no, they give you the most lackluster, weakest boss in the entire game, really. Even Nasty Nook gave you a run for his money. Well, there you go. Shoot her a few times and you win. You get her egg and that's it. And now enjoy your ending cutscene for beating the game.
Spyro, you've just defeated a sorceress, rescued the dragon eggs, and restored freedom to the lost dragon worlds. What you plan to do next, hmm? Perhaps a nice vacation in Dragon Shores, hmm?
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley. You know, I still have to find the rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
What? Me? Oh, no. If I do happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly inform you immediately.
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted Avalar's portals to take me to the Dragon Worlds, but somehow I ended up here. Maybe my coordinate tables are out of date.
Yeah, by 1,000 years.
That would explain why the book was so cheap.
So now that you're done saving the world again, are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Laura, but I still have to find the rest of the eggs, and, well, Hunter's disappeared again.
Did you say Hunter? Well, hey, I can help. I just saw him sneak off with him. Agent 9, isn't that a Rhinoc over in those bushes? Rhinoc? Ooh, let me at him. You want a piece of me, Rhinoc boy? 8 laser punk? Come on now. No fair hiding. I'm sure Hunter is in good hands. I'm sure he will turn up soon.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?
Now, how many times have I told you not to taste that mousse?
It was Billy's idea. Yeah.
Is that true, Billy? Hold that thought, Billy. Spyro, great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila. I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Sorry, Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
They...
You didn't hear anything from me.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a sad sight, Sparks. Another noble warrior falls victim to the plague of love. Just look away. Well, I guess we'll have to find the rest of the eggs by ourselves.
Come on, Spyro. Take a little break. Let's watch the show.
And that's Spyro Reignited Trilogy, everybody. I'm fucking kidding. We're not done yet. We still have time to set the game. So, let's go back. Credits getting skipped. We're not watching this. So, first of all, when we get out, Moneybags is here. It's the last time we ever see Moneybags. Let's see why. After a long loading, the adventure will continue when the game stops loading so much. It's still loading. Okay, here we go. So, ahead of you, up by a bridge, will be, well, Moneybags. And he's just standing there, which you can talk to. And if you do, he tells you something that genuinely pisses you off. So...
Don't worry, Spyro. I won't be needing any more of your money. Now, don't look so surprised. I found one of the dragon eggs, and I'm going to sell it for a fortune back at Avalar. Uh-oh. Why are you looking at me like that? I've got to be going now. Toodles!
yeah, chase him. Every time you fire a burn on him, which you have to, you get your gems back. So yeah, to make up for him taking your fucking gems back in Spyro 2, if you keep burning him here after you take your gems at Spyro 3, you will get them all back, as well as get an egg for your efforts. So yeah, very rewarding, very satisfying to burn him, even though in Spyro 3 they made him the biggest dick ever by force. In Spyro 2 was actually trying to be helpful while trying to get your money. Here, he's just a douchebag, and he gets his comeuppance pretty much for our sake. So yeah, that's Moneybags, everybody. Thank God and good fucking riddance. Here is 10,000 gems as your reward for burning fucking money bags. And also an egg by the end of this. It takes a bit. Just keep chasing him and burning him. He's pretty slow. And yes, he did take, in fact, 10,000 gems.
Drat! Double drat! Drat, 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 drat! I never knew dragons were so fast. That's it. I give up. I'm retiring to Spooky Swamp to become a haiku poet.
Thank fucking God. Okay, so we got his egg. And he's gone now. Fuck you, moneybags. You are no longer needed. He's going in there. He's not going. Anyway, 120 eggs, over 10,000 gems. It's not enough. In order to get to our bonus, we have to grab every gem and every egg. This means that next time on Spyro 3 Reignited, we're doing cleanup. We're not only going to get every skill point we missed, which I did miss a few, we are also going to get every egg and gem that we couldn't get beforehand. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for the cleanup part.